Well, good afternoon, folks, or evening, or morning, or whatever it is, whenever you're watching this. Hopefully, someone's watching this. Back out here on the old Green Lake, um, just trying to catch whatever I can. I caught one perch off camera already. Throwing the plopper around a little bit. I saw something hit topwater here a few minutes ago, so a little bit of a northeast breeze blowing. So actually, something suspended right below the boat. So, yep, that's what we're doing. We're just trying to catch something, catch whatever. I had, like I said, I caught that. It's about an 8 inch, uh, 8 inch perch. I thought about keeping him, but it was the first fish, and I was like, nah. So then he hopped away and he got up on his own. So I picked up some gulp worms the other day. So we're gonna try out some gulp worms. That's what I caught that perch on. I'm going to throw that around here a little bit in these weeds. This is where I caught that perch generally. The wind's supposed to be 5 miles an hour, but it seems to be a little more than that. It's a little more stout, but it is what it is. We'll just go with the flow, do a little drifting. I don't know if that's a fish or I got into a weed. Yeah, little weed. I was just retrieving it back nice and slow when I caught that perch. Hoping to find some more right there, but I didn't find no where he was at, which is generally in this area, so you never know, I might come across a few more. Wouldn't mind coming across some nice ones to keep for dinner. Oh, there was something biting. I've seen some small bass already, so I'm sure there's bluegill up and around here somewhere too. Just gonna go with the flow. I need to get me a drift sock so I can drift a straight direction. There was a little bluegill biting. The wind's blowing pretty good. It's supposed to be 5 miles an hour. I think it's a few more than that. Not much more, but a little bit. Back up a little bit, get away from some of these weeds. There's a few other boats out here today. This is a Friday, so a few more days it'll be opening a bow season, so we'll be trying to do a little bit of that. Now, there's a loon out there tinkering around right in front of us. It's been chilly the last few days, so they might be a little bit deeper. Trying to hide a little bit, who knows. See a bunch of tiny bluegill coming up to look at it, but that's about it. Got some dinker bluegill attacking. Maybe at 6.5 feet. Yeah, it's okay, girl. Like how that worm curled up like that. I see it hooked itself. See, it hooked itself. Bait on. It's one of those days. It takes me a minute to find some fish I want to bite, I suppose. That perch bit pretty fast, so I was hoping there'd be more fish in the area, but not so much. Not so much. sit here for a few minutes and just work the area a little bit. See if I can come up with anything. Hopefully, we'll get on some fish. If not, you won't see it anyway. Just gonna try to spend a couple hours just looking for some fish. I might just put you guys on standby until I can find some fish. Seem to be few and far between at the moment. But, you know, we'll give it a go. If I'm getting bites or just into some grass down there, there's nothing on the hook. So maybe you're getting some bites, I don't know. Suffering succotash. Throw it out to the deeper. See if anything nibbles on it. Might have to try putting on a gulp minnow. We shall see. We did have rain the last couple days, so the water temps, it's at 68, so it's not terrible. But when that first perch bit, I just thought they were going to be on fire. Not so much. Alright, folks, I'm going to get on the move. I'm going to put you guys in the standby until I can find some fish. See you in a bit. We've got a rock bass on right here. Not a bad looking specimen. Drop down the anchor here. Had some nice bluegill following the gulp minnow. So I dropped the anchor and I got this guy. Hold on, Slappy. Not a bad little rock bass. We start today. Well, for you guys, I started with a little perch, a little decent perch, you know. Oh. So yeah, I'm just anchored here for a few. See what I can get. May see if anything else will bite. I hope we didn't get wet. I got a bunch of water everywhere. You guys look pretty good. Okay, let's make another cast up that direction. You were right along the edge of the weeds over here is where I seen that big bluegill. Oh, something bit. As soon as I took that chunk of gulp worm off and put a gulp minnow on, I started getting attention. There was something biting again. It looked like a small bluegill. I'm not sure where the big ones went, but seems like once they see your kayak, they're kind of about done with you. They'll play with a little bit, but they don't never really take it once they see your kayak. Oh, there's something. Looks like maybe a small bass. Yeah, it looks like a big old shiner, something. Creek chub of some kind or something. I'm not sure. Still fun little fight. Yeah, little guy tore up the old gulp. Alright, let's see if we can catch some more fish. I like s'more fish. Put my feet up here. Get comfy. Oh, there was a bite, and I kind of come off, whatever it was. Wind's got me blown way out from where I want it to be, but it is what it is. That's the wind. Oh, man, I think that was a little bass. It hit it as soon as it hit the water. I think there's a bunch of dinkers moved in now. And the wind's going to come from the other direction. Just swing us the other way. I love it. Thank you, wind. Thank you. That's a little bass. Or another one of those bait fish. Yep, that's what it was. I should keep some of those. Go on a drop shot or something or on the bobber for some smallmouth. Oh my god. That's the tiniest largemouth I ever caught in my life. He's as long as not even as long as my finger. That would be the ultimate fish tank fish. I wish I had a fish tank. He'd have been cool in a fish tank, man, with some little minnows to eat. Oh, that was a bluegill. He's trying to create all kinds of havoc here, isn't he? There's a little bluegill. He just dropped it straight down next to me, and he attacked it. Little guy. Nothing big down there. Go off to the other side of the boat. What the world? You got about 2/3 of the gold minnow on there. Time to spin back the other direction. There's something. Fishy, fishy. A rock bass or a bluegill? It's like a bluegill. Oh yeah, it's a nice bluegill. So he is on a mission. Woo! Spider. Hello, Mr. Blue Hammer. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Whoa, my line just broke. I guess I should retie more often. There we go. A nice one there. Oh man, he splashed us. Sucker. Now I gotta put on my spectacles so I can tie on this almighty jig head again. Huh? The knot's still on the line, so it didn't break at the knot. It broke at the knot, but the knot didn't break. You know, with 2-pound, I should retie more often, but I'm lazy like that. Just like that, we're tied back on. Boy, I ain't as fast as tying that knot as I used to be, man. The bigger bluegill came from this direction. And a little farther than that, but you know, if there's one in their area, he'll see it coming. I like them bigger fish. They're more fun. Small ones are fun too, but the bigger ones are definitely way more fun. Ooh, I don't know if that was a fish or a weed. There was a bite. Oh, we got somebody on a jet ski. Yeehaw. A little chilly being on a jet ski, but hey, whatever. You gotta let that warm up first for at least a second or two before you go putting her on the chip cleat. Yeah, the wind at a 180 is now coming out of the southwest. Started out it was the northeast. Now it's southwest. Silly. Just silly. Oh, I felt that bite. I don't know if that was a fish or a weed, but it was there for a second. That was a fish nibbling. Probably a small bluegill. Dang. Must be a little bluegill attacking. Now we're going to spin the other direction again. Hey, how about that? Wind's coming from the southeast and we're moving this. Now we're going to go back. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Yeah, make one more cast this way before we get over here. Tinker's attacking. There's a little tinky bass. Another 3-inch bass. Yeah, I was really hoping to get on some fish there. Guess we pick up the anchor and do a little moving. See what we can find. There's fish here. There's just a lot of small ones, and I think the big ones are either not hitting, they're just being picky. Which that's just the way it goes. That's how the big ones are. That's how they get to be big. Because they ain't stupid. Well, sometimes they are. Still drinking from a straw, which sucks, but is what it is. Alright. Got the old Kestrel Elite. That line used to be yellow. Got the Whopper Plopper 90 or whatever the heck it is. In the black loon color. Or just loon color or whatever. I'm just gonna toss it around, see if I can catch anything on top water. See if they got some, maybe tying on the fall feed bag. It's that time of year supposedly. Jet ski man. Oh, there was a bite. I don't think it was very big, but it was a strike. I think I gave it a full crank of the reel handle before you hit. It was like instant. I'm pretty much instantaneous hit. Kaboom! Come on, big old small jaw. Smack my plopper. Jet ski's making some little rollers on the water, which, whatever. Them don't bother me. As long as he ain't ripping circles around me and crap, then I'd be throwing some sinkers at him or something. Try to cover a little bit of water. I usually don't go real fast, and I usually catch quite a few fish normally. Not a ton sometimes, of course, not every time, but I watch guys in these bass boats and stuff that fish around me and stuff, and I don't see them guys catch nothing. I'll catch all kinds of fish because I can't cover water as fast as they do, so I'm more efficient, more effective, I guess. That was in the spring. I'm not effective right now with that, like I can't catch nothing on top water. And I hate throwing worms on the bottom. I hate dragging the bottom. It's just not me. I'd rather catch nothing than drag a worm on the bottom. Should be throwing a spinner bait, but I got one there, I think. I just want some more top water. I got a little Rapala DT4 and the Fire Tiger on the purple reel, yellow rod. So I might throw that a little bit. It was one of my favorite colors on Lake St. Clair with the Fire Tiger. Rapala DT7. I caught a lot of smallmouth on Lake St. Clair with that crankbait. Get myself excited, I'll have to start throwing it around. Oh, there's one. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Woohoo! He got some air. That was fantastic. It's gonna try to come up again, I think. Oh, he's in some weeds or something down there. Oh yeah, they come off the weed now. It's a nice fish. He's strong. He's feeling line now. He's bigger than I thought. Holy jeepers. Did he get eaten by a muskie or something? Holy cow. Oh my God, that's a nice fish. Oh man. Holy heck, is he big. I don't know if it's a smallmouth or a largemouth, but it is a darn right big fish. Woo! Don't get in my prop. Oh man, it's a giant smallmouth. Holy hell. Oh my goodness. Oh, he's barely hooked too. Oh, come here, yo. Oh, I got him. Holy cow. Oh my goodness, man. That is a giant smallmouth. Oh. Whoa. Look at that, folks. I can barely hold him up. I need to get a picture with that thing before he flops away from me, which he's trying to already. I got a picture. Try to get a measurement real quick. Close your mouth, buddy. He is 17 and a half. Look at that, folks. That's a beauty. Oh my goodness. Alright, have a great day. Thanks for playing, big girl. Wow, that was awesome. That was awesome. Fantastic. Oh my God, that was amazing. Fist pump. Double fist pump. That was awesome. Totally awesome. One of my biggest all year. Okay. I believe that is my biggest flopper fish to date. Before that, it was that 16 I caught in the last video there. I think it was the last video. Yeah, it was the largemouth, no smallmouth. Well, I caught one of each. One video I caught a 16-inch largemouth, one I caught a 16-inch smallie. So, whew, that was my biggest smallie. On the plopper. Oh, that was fantastic. That was a great fight, man. He was, wow, was he running. That was awesome. That is, yeah, that's a lot of fun. He hit it hard, took it right away, and just fought like there was no tomorrow. He was over 10 or 12 feet of water, 14 feet, something like that. I'm not sure. Right around here, just outside these weeds. That smallie I caught in the last one he was over 19 feet of water, but the weeds ain't too far away, so they're probably suspended and then coming in and pushing a mate on the shallow stuff. Or whatever. I know they're hitting some top water. That was fun. That was the best fight I've had in a long time. That was in the slackwater area where there's no wind blowing on it. Smooth, very little ripple. And for some reason, I don't know, I watch Lojo fishing a lot. Lojo's pretty cool. I like his videos. He's pretty funny. But anyway, he always complains that after he catches a fish on a bait caster with braid, he always has the issue with the line being tight and cut into itself, basically. I never had that problem. I don't know if it's the kind of braid he's using or what, but I never had that problem. But I was just thinking about that. I know he complains about that quite a bit. Whenever he catches a fish, the line digs into itself. And I don't know what the cure for that is, because like I said, I don't have that problem. I just caught that 17.5-inch smallmouth, and I didn't know where next cast. I just threw it right out like nothing. So I don't know. I don't know if it's because I use small diameter line. This is only 10-pound. Yeah, this has got 10-pound. I believe it's. I'm not sure what the brand is of this stuff. I need to put some new stuff on. That was awesome. That was a fight and a half, man. I love that. That was sick. Hope you guys got to see that blow up on that thing, because it was pretty massive. Pretty massive blow up on that thing from that fish. That was awesome. When he was fighting and when he was ripping drag like he was ripping drag, yeah, I knew it was a good fish. I mean, 17.5 isn't a monster, but he was strong as all get out. I can guarantee you that. He was pulling some serious drag. I don't keep my drag super tight. I use my thumb for drag a lot. But that time I just let the drag do the work, man, and it did a great job. This Kestrel Elite is, I love it. I'm glad I bought it. Some people say it's overbraked or whatever, and maybe for smaller stuff, micro stuff. When you're throwing regular decent sized stuff, it's amazing. The drag is spectacular. It's super smooth. Casts like a dream. So small and lightweight. This combo is super lightweight. It's a 6.6 rod. It's a medium action, I think. I think this is supposed to be a medium light. Fast action, 6, yeah, medium light. So, but I don't know if it's, I think it's a little bit stiffer than that, honestly, than the medium light, but these blanks are pretty nice. The yellow rod and the green bobber rod are all made basically the same blanks. Them two are both light action though, so this one's a little bit heavier. But even the light actions are relatively stiff. Oh, there's another one. Nice. Not as big for sure, but still a nice little fish. Still another topwater fish. Oh, he's pretty decent. Oh, that's a little large mouth, I think. Yeah, that's a little large jaw. He's hooked all kinds of crazy. Hold on, little buddy. There we go. There you are. Strong little feller. And I don't have too much strength in my hands like I used to. There we go. Little guy. Oh, he was ornery. Ornery old cuss. Like I said, I got arthritis in my hands and all kinds of crazy stuff, so it's very hard to hang on to them. Okay. Just like that, we're in 33 feet of water. Better get a little bit closer. Now that's what I'm talking about. See? Fish on. Next cast, not a problem. I'll definitely take that fish any day. That was a fun little fish. Ah, Ellie Belly. Must be catching some weeds over here or something. What is it? What is guy coming in here with a V8 cutting me off? Well, I hate people gotta cut right in front of you when you're fishing. Oh, that's my spot. Get on the surface, you silly old thing. Like a big old tri-tune ripping up the shoreline too. The weed edge. Because they're all clean. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think that fish is kind of like right on the drop off. And at the outside edges of the weeds. Or just inside or something. He was, I cast it up in a little bit. So. Oh, Mr. Cut in front of you has got a fish on over there. Nice. Way to go. That's like a big fish, too. Holy jeepers. I don't know what it is, but it looks pretty massive. They got a net out for it. I'll be a pike. Maybe they're both down under the net and not trying to grab it from the lip or something. They're not trying to lip it like a bass, so it might be a big pike or something. The fish just come up to the surface right next to us. Looks like a smallmouth. Not sure if you guys were able to see that or not. Probably not, but that fish just come up and just tail splash the surface. Pretty crazy. I can smell campfires coming from the campground. I love me a campfire. I didn't get a chance to go camping this year. La da da dee da dee. Come on, fishy. Getting a little bit closer. We're at 31 feet. We'll have to go around these jack wagons here in a minute. Nice to catch a big old fish right next to them. Now they cut me out and cut a monster. Cut something, I don't know what it was, something pretty big. Now the way they were handling it was a pike. But I'm not sure. I've never seen them lip it like a bass would. Like everywhere you catch a bass, they lip them. So they were two-handed it. And I'm assuming it was a pike. I'm gonna make a quick run across this part of the lake. There's some sections out here where there's some tall canes and reeds or whatever you want to call them. I'm gonna go try and fish that. I'll get back with you as soon as I get there, folks. Alright, we're over here. See some weeds out here. It comes up pretty quick, of course. I'm sorry about the sun being in your eyes, but it's, I can't see either. don't know if we'll get anything over here or not, but this is the wind-blown side of this hump deal. It comes up pretty shallow. There's cattails, or not cattails, but like reeds or canes or whatever you want to call it, like that. They come up out here. It's like 4 feet, I think, in there, 4.5 feet. Right now I'm sitting over 10, casting up shallower. Got a nice little ripple on the surface, so I don't know if that'll help or hurt. Just trying to work the wind-blown side of it, and then we'll just work our way around it, see if we can catch anything. Guess I don't need to reel quite so fast. I was ripping it pretty fast. Yeah, the wind blowing the line off to this side, it makes it kind of hard to keep it on top without ripping it pretty fast until it gets a little closer. Just doing a lot of bouncing in this chop now. As soon as I started headed across the channel opening in the lake there to get to here, the whole other jumpers decided they were going to leave too. So I should have just kept going where I was going, but I didn't know they were going to leave. And they did. I think they exited the lake or something, I don't know. It's 67 degrees over here. It was 68 on that side. This is probably a little cooler because it's got deep water on all 4 sides, maybe. I don't know. Not 100% sure on that. It might just be too choppy over here for this too. I'm not sure. I might try throwing around the ultralight in a couple few times and see if there's any big bluegill in here. Still hard to talk a little bit sometimes with this Lyme disease crap. My face still ain't quite right. We're in pretty shallow water. It says 5 feet, but the bottom looks like it's a foot below me. But it's clear water. That little largemouth had more energy than that big old smallmouth. I could hardly hang on to that sucker. But that big smallmouth, boy, he had a fight on him. Woo-hoo-hoo. That's what I'm talking about. That was a fight, man. is it? 6:36. We're gonna head to the boat ramp pretty soon. It's getting dark pretty quick. We've got about 45 minutes of daylight left. We're probably gonna head to the boat ramp. I used to try to end it on a fish, but I don't know if I'll get anything out here. It's pretty shallow. It's 5 feet, but kind of weedy. Not a lot of fish. So, alright folks, if I catch anything else on the way back to the ramp, I will let you know. If not, y'all have a great night. One more look at that sun getting ready to go down. Beautiful lake out here. You guys take care. Be safe. Enjoy life to the best of your ability. We'll talk to you soon. We're back on the other side, right up by the boat ramp. And I seen 2 or 3 topwater blow-ups already, so I got the flopper back out. And we're gonna give it a try. The sun's going down, as you can see. Beautiful. It's okay, Ellie. People sitting on the boat dock over there in the boat ramp, so she's got to bark at him. I can smell the campfires. It smells great. The campground borders the lake right here. State campground for Green Lake. I think it's called Green Lake Campground or Interlochen or something maybe. Right on the water. It's cool. It's kind of busy though. Hoping to get another fish or 2 here. We'll see. All we can do is try. There's another big blow up right up here in front of me. It's the same place. That's twice I've seen a blow up right there. So we're gonna try to get up a little closer and maybe we can figure out what's blowing up on the surface there. Something's definitely doing some attacking on the surface here. That was me grabbing a hold of the water on my back cast with the bait. It happens in a kayak. Okay, fish is up here just a little bit more than where he's been hitting. I can see the loon way off the distance, a few hundred yards. Should be the general area where he's been splashing on the surface. grass on there. Come on, big explosion. That'd be awesome. Nada. Seen a big fish on the grass though, down about 15 feet of water. 15 feet down, I should say. That fish was smashing. Pretty deep water too. Alright, last cast. A monster school with bait fish down below it. Okay. One more. Come on, blow up. Oh, right behind me. Fish came up again. That's pretty deep of water he's in too. He or she. I want the flopper though. I know I cast over that spot a few times already. Get one more right over there. Gotta try to go a little slower. Nope. Well, that's gonna do it, folks. I'm gonna wrap it up here and head in. You guys have a great night. Take care.